This week on Now Here with Chris and Kell.
Well, that was an experience.
Yeah.
Wetsuits are neat. Oh, God.
That's so nice in the nest right now.
Yes, it's nice and cool and refreshing outside. It's too cold though, I don't want to get up. But we have to get up because today is moving day.
We're going to blah.
Blah.
Blah. That's what we call the Bay of LA, not because it's boring, but because those are the letters that are outside the town and it sounds funny.
Yeah, it does.
Should we get up and do this, babe? What do you say?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's get up and do it.
Let's rue the day.
That means we regret it. Let's not rue the day. Kelly's trying out sayings.
I'm not trying them out. I full on said it. I meant it.
We want to regret the day?
No, we don't want to regret the day.
Then why did you say it and mean it?
Turn it into a nice roux.
Like where you take fat and put flour in it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Today's gonna be gravy. See, full circle.
How's it going in here?
Good. Heading out of Refugio today, going to the Bay of LA. There's a bit of a bluster coming down. They're called the northerlies. Basically, it's wind coming from the north that blows fairly decently. And this is not the place you want to be because this wide open space in front of me is due north. So we're going to go hide in the Bay of LA, maybe get some water, a couple of provisions. I'm low on beer. And then we're going to go into a famous hurricane bowl called Don Juan. And then we'll hang out there for a couple of days. It's supposed to be quite nice.
Nice. Leaving Refugio was absolutely stunning that morning. The light was hitting just right, and the landscape was unreal. Not bad for a Wednesday. The sea state was incredibly calm and peaceful. This day was actually shaping up to be pretty gravy. Okay, now that we're settled and the autopilot is engaged, we can go about our day. Chris gets his fishing lines out, and I tuck down below for work.
Puttering along under 5 knots with the motor on. Should be there about 3 o'clock today in the Bay of LA, and then we'll probably jump off the boat, go into town after we make sure the anchor's all set and stuff. This is like glass out here, man. I guess it's not like glass because it's like cheap glass. There's a bit of a ripple to it, but it's nice and flat. And we're cruising along.
Yep, cruising along with our engine. It's pretty loud down below, so I brought my workstation up to the deck.
We're not catching any fish, man. This kind of sucks. But anyway, that's my little tweeter. It's got that little thing that splish splashes, and then behind it are 3 squid of the same color. That's not catching shit. Over here is my old reliable, the cedar plug. That's not catching shit. This is the 3rd passage, and we're catching nothing. We've even sailed for part of the first one, and we didn't catch anything then either. So it's not because we're motoring the whole time. What can you do? Kelly's doing a business meeting, so she does things like shh. Let's watch her. Kelly, did you notice?
Go away! Go away!
I'll probably pay for that later. She gets really annoyed if I bother her when she's on conference calls. I have nothing to do. I'm babysitting Drifter. He's like a self-sufficient child. A maturity level I have yet to reach. We are cruising along. The current is with us finally. We are going 6 knots and we're just kind of puttering. We were not in a hurry. So we should arrive, I'm gonna guess, yeah, like I said, we should arrive in about an hour.
We started approaching Blah, and soon we'll be scouting for a spot to anchor. This appears to be the spot. Ready? What are we doing? We just got here. You
I'm
excited to get in the water?
Yeah, because I love to get into my wetsuit.
You haven't tried this on yet?
No.
It's got the tag on it still.
Something appears to be wrapped around our prop. We don't know what it is.
Huh.
Okay, we do. I forgot to pull out a fishing line.
Yeah, we just wrapped our own fishing lines around our prop. So while Chris suits up, I'll get the GoPro ready so we can both see what kind of mess we're dealing with. Yep, I'd say that's pretty bad. Both lines and lures are basically choking our propeller.
Oh, bonehead.
Whoopsie doodle.
Yeah, this sucks.
What a story. Mask check.
Every inch takes my breath away. No dark shapes.
No dark shapes, you're good. The water was pretty chilly and not super clear, so it took Chris a few dives before he was able to successfully cut through everything. So graceful. Oh, you got some.
Yeah. Look at that.
Nice.
It's all like fused together. You can see where it's like got hot.
Oh, wow.
No big shapes?
No big shapes, you're good. No little shapes either. I continue to look out for big and little shapes that may or may not have sharp, pointy teeth. Chris makes one last dive to make sure he got it all.
Okay.
What do we know?
Do you see this?
Wow. This is it. The line had spun so fast it burned and fused together, creating this little black ring.
Well, that was an experience.
Yeah.
Wetsuits are neat. Oh God, you can see this pooch of mine.
It's quite a pooch. It's like a small reward for all your hard work here. Chris now gets a nice hot shower from the water that was heated up by our engine on the route over.
And yet I feel guilty.
It's okay, you fixed it. You know, to be honest, you were due for a shower anyway. This place got wrecked real fast when we came in. Had to dig out the wetsuits. My workstation got all crazy. Couldn't find stuff, so we dug through some lockers. Yeah, that's the inside. Also kind of a shit show outside. I also got a shower, as the bow turned into a freshwater rinse station for Chris's wetsuit. A bunch of miscellaneous items also surfaced, mostly swim gear and tools. You get the idea. After we put the house back together and spent some time on Drifter making sure our anchor was secure.
Now the excitement's over, hopefully. Hopefully we've gotten past all the great fun that we've allotted for this evening. It's time for us to go get some dinner.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, 15 minutes later.
Ish.
All aboard!
It's cold.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Little Eskimo lady?
I am little Eskimo lady.
Bring headlamps?
I did.
Yeah.
There's no dock here in Blah, so we had to make a beach landing, which comes with a foot wash.
Oh, the joys of bouncing around in a sailboat. Should've just worn flip-flops, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that dirty foot. I'll need you to wash me.
Spa treatment complete. Now let's head up towards town. We met up with our buddy boat Beluga and dropped off our trash.
Taqueria Bahía.
It's like the only thing open in town.
Yeah, I bet it's gonna be delicious. And I don't think we'll get sick.
We walked up to order and brought in our own beer to drink, which is pretty common for places like this in Mexico.
I'm getting something called a Diablo, so I may or may not need about 12 of these, and I only bought 8. I'm not quite sure what I got because I just asked her what her favorites were, and then she got, I think I got a carne taco and a Diablo taco, queso taco. Your tostadas look delicious.
Yeah, they do. I'm not sure how to eat these, so.
That's
All right, we need a bite.
So how's that?
It's a yes. Hold, please. Save some for me. We'll give this place a rating of 16, and you have to try the queso taco de camarón a la diabla. With our plates empty and bellies full, we cashed out and headed back to the boat. Tomorrow would be a full day of provisioning.
We're heading back. It's hard to look directly at Kelly because she has a... We're home. It seems like midnight, but it is not even 7:30 p.m. yet. That is what happens when the sun goes down. And in the wintertime, it's even worse than the summertime because the sun goes down early. I'm ready for bed. I had a long day. I had to get in the water and swim around. I only doggy paddle. Did you say doggy paddle or dog paddle?
I only dog paddle.
The following morning. All right, you got the car ready?
Yep, we're all packed and ready. I have garbage and I have water bottles to fill.
Nice.
Got it.
We rowed our dinghy, Paul, into shore. It was a pretty quick trip. Today, our primary mission was to refill our water tank, but we also needed to empty more trash and get some go-go juice for Paul, along with some groceries for the next week or so.
We have water to get. These are all full. But we gotta do 2 rounds. You ready to do this?
Yep. Now that that's all taken care of, let's hoof it over to the nearest gas station and get some petrol for Paul. It's about a 20-minute walk, or 1.3 kilometers away. Would have been nice to have a ride for this part.
There it is, Kelly. We made it to the blah sign.
Blah.
That. All right, we got about 200 meters where we need to go. There's a lot of meters.
We finally arrived at the gas station. Then it was back to the dinghy, but first we needed to make a quick stop at the grocery store along the way. We just needed a few things here to get us by.
Had a one day in Bay of LA. Got everything we needed, right, babe?
I think so.
Me too. We're gonna leave now. We're gonna go to a place called Bahía. No, Puerto Don Juan. Yes, it's a hurricane hole. It's gonna keep us nice and comfortable during the northerlies that are coming down in the next 3 days.
It's like a mini hurricane.
Yeah, it's not a mini hurricane. What a mini hurricane is? What, a breeze?
There's
Hurricane.
wind action and we're gonna hide from it.
Which is a mini hurricane. It doesn't swirl, but okay. It comes from one direction.
Whatever.
What can you do? Off, man. Off.
Alright.
That's Kelly's look of exasperation. She wears it almost always. Anyway, it's 2:30 right now. We're gonna anchor up. We should be there in just over an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour and 30 minutes, maybe an hour and 35 minutes. We'll find out. Let's fire it up. Okay, it's time to anchor up and head out.
Stay tuned for this week's blooper reel, sponsored by our patrons.
Like a big fat chubby, I think it was called.
But now I come back again. What's this bullshit?
There's bubbles coming up. It feels weird.
Never wore a wetsuit before. They're climbing my body.
Hi, me.